I ain't nothing like you fucking rap niggas. Hustler and a shooter, that's a fact, nigga. $250,000 all in racks, nigga. Don't owe $1 on my lax, nigga. I ain't nothing like you fucking cap niggas. A hustler and a shooter, that's a fact. That shit goes so hard. Hardest song probably, not the hardest song, but the most energetic song, bro. You turn that shit on before the gym, I'm telling you, you going in. But look, check this out. Let me get this off real quick. Sorry, y'all. I got to do that, man. Got to get it off. Stay out of her inbox, man. And the reason why I'm saying this is, I mean, I say this. If you think you have interest in a girl, go in her inbox one time. If she don't respond, leave it alone. That's it. Because, honestly, I think you guys should go out in the real world and find women that way. I think it's better off that way because in the inbox, you're already prejudged. She already is judging you by your profile or what you post and all these other things. Like when I make these videos, a lot of people are thinking that I'm some judgmental person or hate women or, you know, player hate or whatever. It's already a predetermined judgment. Or he thinks he's cocky or all he cares about is money or this or that. When really, if you're like me, you only put a quarter or maybe even half of who you really are on here. Not saying that you don't keep it real, you just don't put everything on here, right? So they think they know who you are already off top. But when you meet a woman in real life, she gets to really kind of feel your vibe and really get the good understanding of how you are as a person, your personality and things like that. You don't get that with the Facebook. You don't get that with the inbox. But I must touch on this from two aspects because I know there's two types of men inboxing females. You got one group of men that's inboxing women for sex. Then you got another group of men that are doing it for actually trying to get to know women and shit. For the ones that's doing it for sex, the same rule apply to you too. Inbox her once, she don't reply, move on. Because what they do is they make a mockery of this shit. They call you pathetic and all these other things, and they think they better than you because men actually go after women, you know. But if a lot of these women were so fire and so great and all this, why don't they have that in real life? Why ain't all these men coming up to them in real life like that, like in their inbox, if they so popping and so much better than you and all this and all that? But by default, if you're not exactly what type of guy she likes, remember, predetermined by your profile pic and who she thinks you are, because she really don't know who the fuck you are by your Facebook. You know, you got people who say they're a boss and they not a boss on Facebook. Then you got motherfuckers who look like they lame or something like that, and they could be solid people on Facebook. But either way it goes, you're already predetermined, right? And that's the issue. You're already predetermined. But either way, a lot of them think they're better than y'all, man. I'm going to keep it 100 with y'all dudes, man. They think they better than y'all because they got men in their fucking inbox 24/7, and it makes it seem like you're just another one of them. You're just a pathetic person. This is why I say if you like a woman, go once. Go once to her inbox, and if she don't reciprocate back, that's it. That's it. Don't go 2-3 times. One time. Because, I mean, you never know. You might meet your wife in the inbox. You might meet her on Facebook. You just never know. You got to roll the dice once. And after that, leave it alone. Because I'm going to keep it real with y'all. You're already predetermined. Like, she already thinks she knows what you look like in real life, how you act in real life, how much money you got. And really, a lot of this could be all lies. A lot of this Facebook shit is lies. A lot of motherfuckers is fake. They're not really doing what they really say they're doing. Right? But you're already predetermined. So she already got her mind made up if she's going to fuck with you or not. That's why one time is enough. You know, you don't have to do 5, 10, 20 times. One time is enough. And then leave it alone at that. At that, leave it alone. Because the guy she really liked, he only got to do one time to get her reciprocation back. But the game gets deeper because, like I said, I suggest stay out their inbox at all. Unless it's a woman that has been reciprocating back to you, then it's okay to be in her inbox because she fucks with you. But other than that, I say just leave it alone because they feel like that you have to go to their inbox because you can't get no woman in real life. They don't look at it as, hey, I think I might have interest in that girl. Let me inbox her. See, it's okay for them to take the easy road to get people to interact with them or go on dates with them and sleep with people. But when you do it, it's a problem. When you do it, you're predetermined as this guy that can't get women or some shit like that. That's why I suggest you don't do it. I suggest you go after women in the real world. But sometimes maybe the girl lives in a different town and you want to get to know her that way. That's about the best way you could do it. But some women still not going to look at it that way. They're always going to look at it as you just a peasant. You know, you're a peasant and I'm a queen. What you doing in my inbox? Because a lot of the men that they really want don't come in their inbox. So by default, when you do, you look like a man that you look like you're not on the level of the men that they really want, because they feel like, well, the men that I really want don't come in my inbox. So why are you here? They must be able to get women and you can't. So that's why you're in my inbox. They don't look at it in a positive light. You know, some might, but most don't. You got some women who actually found a good dude because of inbox. You know what I mean? And you can't tell some rock-headed, hard-headed females this shit. So it is what it is. But the most important reason why I say don't do it is because you're prejudged and she doesn't really get to see who you really are. Even if you're predetermined in a positive light, by you inboxing back and forth, you could say the wrong shit or some shit, and then now you looking like you're just a normal guy or I don't want you type shit. Versus if she was really in your presence, she would really have, she would make a correct distinction of if you are somebody that you are or not in present, even if it's a positive predetermined judgment, because she's going to judge you already, either way, either positive or negative. But if I meet you in real life, if I'm talking to you in real life, you can't do that, because you can only go by what's really real, because you're in my presence. You get to feel my energy. You get to feel my personality and all this other shit. All this Facebook shit, he must be a bad person. He must hate women or whatever. They don't know shit. People on Facebook don't really know who people really are. They're only making predetermined judgments of what they think people are. Oh, I think he's a boss. I think he's broke. I think he get a lot of women. I think he don't. You know what I mean? They don't know shit. For real, for real. Because you could be whatever you want to be on Facebook. Right? But they laughing at y'all. Let me screenshot. See how pathetic men are. Ha, 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 ha. Look at the men in the inbox. Ha, 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 ha. These same women laughing, eventually it's going to come to the point that they're not going to be their first draft choices. And nobody's going to be in their inbox, because people are going to go for younger, other women now. And they're going to be looking stupid. Like, maybe I should have gave one of those guys a shot in my inbox. And then what they do a lot of times when you get a girlfriend, he was in my inbox before. Okay, he was in your inbox. What does that mean? What does that mean? It's either he was trying to fuck or he had interest to try to be with you. One or the other, but so what? You didn't want it. What does it matter now? Stop trying to make a woman who did want the guy make it feel like she settled or some shit like that. That's what they do. Back to what I was saying, though, about the men just want to fuck. Most of the men in a woman's inbox just want to fuck. So they can blow up their head all they want and say how pathetic men are and this or that. He's just taking an easy road to try to fuck somebody. Instead of going out and meeting all the women in public, I'll just inbox 10,000 of them and one got a crack, right? That's all it boiled down to. But, you know, women get in their head and they get blown up in their feelings and think that men are underneath them and all this other shit. You know, men come a dime a dozen, they're all over the place. But a lot of it is just, they just trying to fuck, man. Now, you do have some men who are genuine, and that's where it gets fucked up at, and women shoot themselves in the foot. Because they assume every man that comes to their inbox is just trying to fuck. That's not always the case. But I cannot stress enough how important I feel like it's important for a man to go meet a woman in real life versus inbox. Not saying I never inboxed a woman, not saying I would never do it again, but I still feel it's way more important to go out and meet her in real life. I just feel like the women on Facebook are only on there to get attention from men that they don't want. The men that they want, in their inbox. The men that they want are in their phone, and the men that they want are ignoring them and just fucking and leaving and treating them wrong or whatever the case. Notice when a woman is happy with a man, she disappears. When she gets in that relationship, she's happy with a man, she don't be on Facebook like that because she can't get that attention. She can't show her body and all this other shit because she got somebody. Some of them don't want to do it. Some of them still want to do it, but they can't do it because the man they with, whatever. But she can't get that off now, so what's the point? She comes back after the relationship fails. After it's not working good with such and such, then I come back to Facebook and try to get men to come in my inbox and all this shit. And then when they come to my inbox, I'm going to talk bad about them on Facebook or whatever the case may be. I just highly suggest, meet women in real life. The only women you should be in the inbox with is a woman who has replied back. If she doesn't reply back to you, I would not go to her inbox again. I just wouldn't. There's no point. She's seen it. She's seen the text, man, or the inbox. She's seen it. She just don't want to reply for it because she got thousands of other men too. This is why they laughing. And I got the motivation because I just read a post that said something about, oh shit. I forgot what I was saying. That text was crazy. That was a crazy ass text. But look, man. How can I explain this shit? For the men that just want sex, I already know why you're in the inbox. I mean, I get it. I'm not even going to tell you not to be in the inbox because that's the easiest path for you to try to get women. Like, you can inbox 100 women and probably get one or two or whatever versus you out in the real world doing it. So I'm not even talking to you. Do whatever you do. But the men who actually want a woman, if you're in an inbox because you got interest in a woman, I suggest you just go in real life and do it. I would not go in the woman's inbox, man, because if you did, I'd go one time and that's it. Because they're looking at you as, you know, pathetic. I just read a post that said, let me see the pathetic screenshots of the men, and they think you're pathetic because you're in the inbox. But it's okay for them to meet men that way on Facebook, but when you do it, you're pathetic. It's okay for them to receive the attention and all this other shit from men in the inbox, but when you do it, it's pathetic. And that's how they look at you, so why even bother? Meet somebody in real life so you can actually present who you really are to the woman. You cannot do that when it comes to... You cannot do that when it comes to inbox because she is already prejudged you. Even if it works in your favor, you could say some shit that will fuck it up. So either way, even if she predetermines you in a positive light, you still can fuck that shit up when it comes to inbox. That's why I would not do it. That's why I would not do it. You're already predetermined, man. You're prejudged. You do not have a fair shot at showing somebody who you really are versus in real life. She can't do that in real life. She has to make the correct judgment of who you really are in real life versus the inbox. It can always be off. It can always be wrong. You know what I mean? And a lot of them are not replying. I'm going to keep it 100 with y'all. A lot of them are not replying to you because they already predetermined, judged you. Whether it be the way you look or who you are, whatever, it don't matter. She already in her mind got a perception of you. You know how you think you know people on Facebook, but you really don't know? That's what's going on. That's why it's a problem. Go out in the real world and meet women that way, or just let a woman come to you in real life. It's better that way, man. This Facebook shit is nothing but an illusion, and all you do is put yourself in sea of men that do the same shit. Basically, you're just another guy in her inbox. You know what I mean? Versus in real life, it's just different. It's just better that way. And most of the men that they are sleeping with or dealing with ain't in their inbox. Them guys are in her phone and shit. They didn't met these guys in real life. They come on here because those guys hurt them or make them feel like they're not shit. So they got to come on here and let you guys boost their ego up. Oh man, I feel ugly because this guy I want don't like me. But now, look at my inbox. Now I feel a little bit better. I feel wanted again and all this. This is what it boiled down to. You're getting used. You don't stand a fair shot. Now, if the woman come to your inbox, that could be different. But you don't stand a fair shot with this Facebook shit because you can't present yourself. You can't represent yourself in a correct light. It's just not right. It's not fair. It's not fair. And everybody seem like they all bosses and all that shit on here. But in real life, she can really determine who's really who's really winning in life, who's really not, and etc. You know, I've even had people say I'm short. Motherfuckers think I'm short on Facebook because a lot of times I like to hold my picture up higher instead of lower or whatever, trying to make myself look taller than some motherfuckers. So they be like, I thought you were short in real life or whatever. Or you look better in real life than you do on Facebook. A lot of shit go on, man. So that's what I'm saying. I'm going to leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? You know, and if she don't reply, who gives a fuck, man? She's so used to getting men inboxing her 24/7 that a lot of times they probably overwhelmed by the shit and don't want to reply. And it might not even be nothing personal. It's just better for you to meet women in real life, man. Plain and simple. If anything, if you go and inbox a woman something, ask her can you take her out? Ask her that. It's either going to be simple yes or no. You're already predetermined, so she's going to say yes or no. She already predetermined you if she likes you, so-called likes you, or don't. So just ask her that. Let me take you out. Plain and simple. That's it. There's no other inbox you need to put. Put that and then see what happens from there. Nothing happens, goodbye. Something happens, you get the chance to show her who you really are in real life. All right? So, yeah, that's it, man. Stay out their inbox, man. It ain't even worth it. Now, for you guys that are trying to smash women, well, I already know why you're in the inbox. You know, I already know why you're doing it. And that's why women think all men are pathetic if they're in inboxes and this and that. This is what they think. So it is what it is, man. You can't even have a conversation with another woman if it's a friend of a woman in the inbox. She already predetermines you was in her inbox because you was trying to fuck. Let's hypothetically say you was just inboxing two friends and just inboxing them about something. You're already predetermined you're trying to fuck both. Because you know why? Because women do not go in the man's inbox 99.9% of the time unless they have some interest. So what they do is they apply that to us men. Ain't no woman going to inbox no man for no fucking reason. You know what I mean? I'm not saying if a woman does inbox you, it automatically means she likes you, but it pretty much does. She's not going to do that 99.9% of the time. So when you do it, it's an issue. You know what I'm saying? Or you trying to fuck me or some shit and you inbox my friend too. So now you're pathetic. Whatever. It is what it is, people. If you are not faking out here and you really are him, like you say, you him, then meet women in real life so they can really see it and really get the full effect of who the fuck you really are. This inbox shit, this Facebook shit, they can predetermine who the fuck you are, and it could be right, it could be wrong, it could be overblown, it could be underblown. You know what I mean? But in real life, you can't mistake that shit because you've been in my presence and you kind of know who I really am in real life. You can't really mistake it like that. Not saying that you can't in real life misjudge somebody and not know who they really are. You can, but it just gives you a better representation of who you really are versus this inbox shit, man. A lot of people don't want to fuck with me because maybe, man, he seems like he might be too hard to get to know or something because he makes videos for people in the world. But it ain't even about that. That don't have nothing to do with me interacting with a female in general. Just because I'm speaking on the world. You know what I'm saying? This is what we deal with, man. Or he's so cocky, or all he cares about is money, or they have no idea. You could be just patting yourself on the back because haters don't. But they think that you're all you care about is money or some shit, or you're bragging or whatever. A lot of this shit, man, it's all twisted, man. When it comes to Facebook, It's either motherfuckers seem like they something. You can just be whatever you want to be. And since that's the case, a person's perception of you can be whatever it is, or whatever it, you get what I'm saying. The perception of who you really are can be fucked up as well. Positive or negative. But I'm out of here, man. Nothing more to say. You lower your value when you go in her inbox. Unless you're going to just go in her inbox and ask her out. And then if she don't want to do it, then that's a whole different story. Goodbye. But all this other shit, you just look like you can't get a woman to them. Even if you could, and you just want to inbox this specific female. She already by default going to think you're inboxing all kind of other women and all this other shit. It's just dumb. You know, they look at men who like to be on Facebook as less than weak and shit like this. So I'm out here for now, man. Y'all enjoy y'all day, man. That's it, man. Stay out of the inbox, man. One time, ask her out. That's it. There's nothing else need to be said. And when it comes to texting, you get a woman's number, same thing. Ask her out. There's nothing. Let her meet you in real life. All this texting, internet, all this other shit, talking behind screens like there's a buffer in between y'all. That shit is bullshit. If a woman really want to get to know you or have the interest of thinking she wants to get to know you, she wants you to meet her in real life. You know, a lot of them are discarding y'all because they feel like you wouldn't approach them in real life, but you got the balls to do it on screen. But sometimes that don't be the case. It's just the fact that this girl lives in another city, so I'm trying to reach out to her this way. But they don't see it that way, so it is what it is, man.